What's up, guys? It's Dekkster here, and we got some more cards to talk about from Ashes of Outland, starting with Shadowjewler Hanar, a 2-mana 1/5, the rogue legendary, where after you play a secret, you discover a secret from a different class. So you're going to have to start this off with the rogue secret, right? So maybe you play Shadowjewler on 2. It's probably going to stick because it has 5 health. And then on 3, maybe you play the rogue secret, and then you're going to be able to discover a secret from another class. So maybe you'll get one from Paladin, which is only going to be 1 mana. And then you end up having a rogue secret and a Paladin secret. Now, I think generally you're not going to play this early. I mean, it does have the really, really nice stat line, and you can kind of pop off with those secrets, but imagine playing this later, like turn 7 or turn 8. You can set up your own Christmas tree, right? Like you play this thing, you still got 6 mana. Let's say we started with 8 mana. You play this, you got 6 mana, and then you can just Paladin secret into, I don't know, Hunter secret, Paladin secret, Hunter secret. And it's like, that's pretty good. That's a lot of value from this one thing. The secrets aren't always going to be what you want, but the secrets do keep your opponent guessing, and they're not going to really know what to play around or how to play around it. And it just gets a little bit frustrating for your opponent, but it's going to be a lot of fun for you. So I really like this card, and it does seem like they are going for some sort of secret rogue archetype, which is awesome. I really like that idea and that concept. All right, so we've got Alar here, a 5-mana 7/3 neutral elemental legendary. With the Death Rattle, summon a 0/3 Ashes of Alar that resurrects this minion on your next turn. This seems really slow to me. 5-mana 7/3, not very good stats. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit annoying to deal with, and your opponent is kind of forced to deal with it. And when it dies, it'll turn into ashes, and then the next turn it'll come back. So I think the 0/3 ashes can be killed, right? So after they kill this, it summons 0/3 ashes, and the ashes can be killed. If they were like dormant or something, this would be a really good card, right? But it's not. I think they can deal with this and then also deal with the ashes. So it's 7/3 worth of stats and then also 0/3 after they pop it, which just seems too easy to deal with, in my opinion. We'll have to see how it plays out. It is an elemental, which is maybe interesting. Maybe ends up in some sort of elemental deck. I don't know how much the tribe matters. There's not really that many elemental decks out there right now. But Alar and Ashes of Alar don't seem that great. A little bit disappointing for legendary, in my opinion, but it does have that, you know, that lore behind it, the Ashes of Alar, so that's pretty cool. We got the Marsh Hydra, 7-mana 7/7 beast with rush, and after it attacks, adds a random 8-cost minion to your hand. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot in some sort of like big druid, right? The rush, 7-mana 7/7 rush, it's pretty solid, and in arena this thing's gonna be busted, right? But no one plays arena. So what's kind of cool is if you play this on curve, you're gonna have an 8-drop like to play also the next turn, right? Like that's pretty cool. You're gonna curve out nicely and be very, very curvy, which is fantastic. The 8-cost minion is going to be random. Maybe you don't really want it, but generally I think 8-cost minions are pretty good, pretty strong, and you're going to be probably happy with what comes out of the Marsh Hydra here. And if they don't deal with the Marsh Hydra doesn't die, then you're going to have another 8-cost in your hand the next turn, which is also very cool. So top decking this thing seems pretty bonkers. But I'm also trying to think if there's any druid deck that this kind of fits in right now. Does it fit in like the Embiggen druid that is very popular? Maybe it goes somewhere in there. It's pretty good with the rush, right? Also, you can consider that other druid card, the dormant one that discounts a card in your hand by 5. This would be pretty dang good. Or is it 4 that it discounted by? Whatever. That discount card that we just went over, hitting a Marsh Hydra, that's going to give you a lot of value. So, yeah, liking this card, liking the whole concept behind it, but it doesn't seem super, super strong. All right, we got Bog Spine Knuckles, revealed by Regis, a 5-mana 4/2. After your hero attacks, transform your minions into random ones that cost 1 more. So evolve Shaman has always been so enjoyable, so fun to play with. And now we can finally play with it again. Now, True Silver is a 4-mana 4/2, which is a fantastic weapon that a lot of paladins still run, and it heals you for 2. So this is 1 more mana, but it evolves all of your minions into random ones that cost 1 more. Casting Evolve on your entire board, that's a lot of value. So Bog Spine Knuckles seems pretty nuts. Really excited to see some sort of Evolve Shaman. I wonder if there's going to be more Evolve than this and the next minion we look at. But if there is, there's definitely gonna be some sort of Evolve Shaman deck, which I'm excited about. And yeah, this card seems really, really good. And you cast it on 5, you might not swing, or if you have a board, you just evolve your entire board. Or maybe the following turn you just follow it up with a bunch of minions and just evolve your entire. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I like it a lot. And then we got the Bog Spine Knuckles here, 3 mana 3/3 Shaman minion as well. With the Battlecry, transform adjacent minions into random minions that cost 1 more. So it's evolve to your adjacent minions. So you generally want to get the Battlecry off of this guy. The stats aren't too good at a 3 mana 3/3, but with that effect attached to it, this card is fantastic. So if you stick 2 minions on the board on, I don't know, by turn 2 and then come around turn 3, they're still there. Maybe you get some value trades with them, and then boom, you evolve them with the Clacker. That's very, very aggressive, very, very strong. And again, Evolve is just a fun mechanic. Sometimes you're going to low roll and be a little bit salty, and sometimes you're going to high roll and you're going to lose your mind. And sometimes you'll just average roll. You'll just get some normal stuff, and that still feels pretty good. So yeah, as long as you don't low roll off of this, you're going to be happy. And honestly, the possibility of high roll, it's just fun. It's kind of like gambling, right? We got dragonmaw Overseer here, a 3 mana 2/2. At the end of your turn, give another friendly minion +2/+2. Wasn't there another card very similar to this? I think it was 2 mana. Anyway, this seems all right. He's got a boot. He's got a boot in his hand. Oh, this is Booterang. Okay, yeah. So this is a cool card. I don't really know what direction they're trying to go with for Priest right now. Maybe it's just some sort of buff class. Maybe you just constantly buff up your minions instead of through spells. It's through your other minions. That might be kind of interesting. But yeah, it just seems mediocre to me. You really, really need to play this with another minion on the board. Then this kind of becomes a 3 mana 4/4 worth of stats. And if you don't deal with this, it can really get pretty crazy, run away with the game, right? So maybe you cast a 0 mana Power Word Shield that gives 2 health to this thing, and then it's a 3 mana 2/4, and then it'll stick around a little bit longer. But yeah, if you get 2 ticks off of this guy, 3 mana for +4/+4 worth of stats and a 2/2 body, it's insane. But as a 3 mana 2/2, if you do hit another minion, I think it gets its worth. So it's pretty good. And again, sticking around, this thing becomes crazy. 5 mana shaman spell, Torrent, deal 8 damage to a minion, costs 3 less if you cast a spell last turn. Okay, so this is great if you cast a spell the last turn. What was it? It was crushing. Was it Crushing Fist or something like that? Crushing Hand? I don't know. I think it was 3 mana. Or maybe it was 2 mana. It overloaded you like 3 and it did like 8 damage. The Crushing Hand, I think. Yeah, that card saw some play. And this is kind of similar. And if you cast a spell the previous turn, you get to cast this for 2 mana and you don't get overloaded, which is good, right? Unless you're playing some sort of overload deck. But yeah, even casting this at 5 for 8 damage to a minion is not that bad. It's almost like an Assassinate. 8 damage is going to kill most things. But, you know, casting a spell the previous turn is not that hard. And if you have Torrent in hand, maybe you can kind of set this up. A lot of the cheaper shaman spells do overload you. So maybe that's something to keep in mind. It's going to be fun balancing your mana and trying to set up torrents. So I think this card, it's really, really strong removal, targeted removal, and possibly costing 2 mana, pretty bonkers. Okay, under Light Angling Rod, a 3-mana 3/2 weapon for Paladin. After your hero attacks, you add a random Murloc to your hand. I really like the concept of this, like fishing up, a Murloc. That's pretty cool. And attacking, swinging this thing, and then you pull up a Murloc. That's pretty good refill. Fiery War Axe it's a 3-mana 3/2 right now, right? It doesn't really see play. It saw a little bit of play earlier. I think it was last expansion, but yeah. So if it was just a 3-mana 3/2, obviously it wouldn't be that great. But the fact that you add a Murloc to your hand, pretty good. And if you're playing a Murloc deck, you're pretty happy with random Murlocs. Again, sometimes you'll high roll. Maybe you'll get a War Leader when you have some Murlocs on the board, and you end up finding that lethal. Or maybe you end up finding just an Oracle for that extra little push of damage. Maybe you get a Seer and you heal your Murlocs up. So this is really cool. Really nice way to refill your hand as a Murloc deck. Maybe currently fitting in a Tip the Scales Paladin. I honestly don't even know what set Prismatic Lens is from, or the tip, but yeah, I like this card quite a bit. Really cool concept, and seems like Murloc Paladin still going to be a thing, right? Maybe we'll see some more Murlocs. Is that it? Okay, that's it. That's all of them. That's it. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. I love you guys. You're amazing. We'll see you in the next video. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.